Or shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it to Treadwell. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Final play of the half. Cousins flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action now. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To throw, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Derek Shelby in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some.
And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. Oh, eluding the tackle. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Here's Ryan. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Linval Joseph in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Bryant's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered.
3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
On 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And this one to Treadwell, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got the artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first. Cousins on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off.
Here we go. Okay, we're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keep it. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's going to score. It's a Viking.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask, in case you come for me. Got in the ski mask. I got beef. They don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't want to eat. If you said they want, they don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this block. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block on the app.
Money and company, no, baby. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck and it's froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me. He owe me some money. I need that. Hit him with the. Not the crumpin'. Why playing games? They don't want no problems with me. My got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone tell them well opposition. They move wrong. So I
Dark shades, too much. Got the belly see them. Acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close?
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him in.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that'll set him back 5. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Sherrills to return it. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Treadwell. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. He got 29 yards that time. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let him play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. A first down throw for Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Bailey now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emerson Griffin in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Wilson operating from the gun. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, Cousins. Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. Laquan Treadwell from 19 yards away. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes our score 17-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
some prayer hands, hope the message sending on. Know I've been blessed, I've been seeing prophets, mostly yellow shirts, flattered in the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body, safe to say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions that'll look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud. Hear me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust us.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway here in Los Angeles. This will be taken very short. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Bortles. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Sherrills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Bortles now to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Left side caught by Diggs. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Telvin Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Garden. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Cousins. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
4th down, Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Flushed out right. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Cousins on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 19 yards that time for number 19. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Throwing, Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Malik Jackson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Cousins to throw it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Going deep for Moncrief. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Looking sideline, incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing now is Bortles. And it is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Niles Paul, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10. On first and 10, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A first down throw for Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. A gain of 6 there on first. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
To throw is Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up second down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. The 30. 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lambo on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. He finds an opening past the 40. Wide open receiver complete. An excellent pickup at 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins now. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And Bailey able to knock it through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. And that is incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During the film. And he takes it in. Touchdown.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They ain't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like you.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. He completes it to Treadwell. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Cousins now from the 50. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On second down, Cousins again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. On third down, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, it's Bortles. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From midfield, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So right.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Daniil Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Lucy. Move.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Bortles. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anderson-Dejo.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They start the drive with Cook. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Lets it fly for Treadwell. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Cousins on 1st down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Now Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Telvin Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Cousins. Looking deep downfield. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. For the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
He got 29 yards that time. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary?
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tip. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
380.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got him in, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Cousins now to throw on first down. Going up top. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Left side caught by Diggs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Bortles going to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Lucy. Throw left. 372. Move. 3 and 2.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, Cousins. And shedding through the tackle. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 34 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This is Yeldon on the dump off. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Shotgun now for Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, Cousins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A little break here after the incompletion. Let's give the kickers from Week 5 some love. We had 4 game-winning kicks. Greg Joseph of the Browns, they beat the Ravens. Stephen Hauschka, the Bills, over the Titans. Fairbairn and OT against the Cowboys. And the best of the best, the game that you did, Charles, Graham Gano. How about that 63-yarder for the win?
Yeah, and it might have been good up to 70. But let's go back to Fairbairn in overtime against the Cowboys. You didn't want to do his first name. You didn't want to say
Kaimi.
There you go. I kind of figured you knew it. But how about Mason Crosby, though, Green Bay? No one could have had a worse day. Had to have been the worst day of his 12-year career. Missed 4 field goals and an extra point before making a meaningless field goal at the end of the ball game. That's something Green Bay's going to have to make sure they get corrected. I count on Mason Crosby to get that done. But last but not least, though, real quick.
Yeah,
that kid Greg Joseph
that was a Phil Necro knuckleball.
Should it have even counted?
Yeah, it should have counted. And the Browns, I feel like they deserve that after some of the tough luck they've had.
Good point.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
11.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
In for the score. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Treadwell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 38. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Paul. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
That was really well done right there. That almost looked like a training camp drill. Able to get outside of the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and found his tight end for a nice first down. Much more difficult play than maybe he made it look.
That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Bortles again. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
300.
A first down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Working out of the gun. Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Dante Fowler in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Bortles to throw on second down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my Benz, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money. I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now. That's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow. That's a big, big no. Gotta chase this money. Bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money. I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I
wanna look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that Benz. Turning that party up. Used to have my Nautica. You know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about it ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em all you break. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. That for the homies.
I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Jacksonville. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Bortles. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Lucy. 372. Lucy. Move.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Everson Griffin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Sherrills. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Calais Campbell in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Cousins. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
It's all right, it's all right. Move.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Here we go.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
372. 372. 372.
Bortles now to throw. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They run again on first down. Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Lucky 50.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Steps away to his left. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. First down. Here's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Telvin Smith. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Lucky 50. Lucky 50.
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Wide.
On first and 10, Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
Let's go.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Now Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go. 300.
Cousins on the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. So we're happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. A first down carry now for Yeldon. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now on first down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Throwing is Bortles. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the gun, it's Bortles. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. From the gun on third down, Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So right. 11.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Lucy. Move.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
39, Lucy. Move.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
372. Move.
Bortles now on first down. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He got 29 yards that time. A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Bailey able to knock it through. First half in the book. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Cousins on first down. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still, a lot of guys to account for.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Bailey now to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Flushed out right. one's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball for him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Murray. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. Now he'll be wrapped